Good evening. Employees at the Real Canadian Superstore and Liquor Store could be headed to the picket line. Now, a strike vote in Lloydminster is scheduled for tomorrow, and unionized workers at stores in Calgary and Edmonton have already voted overwhelmingly in support of strike action. Now, the vote was called after negotiations between parent company Loblaw and the United Food and Commercial Workers broke down this summer. According to the union, the company has been cutting back hours to save money. Now, the union is still waiting on strike votes in Medicine Hat, Lethbridge, Red Deer, Camrose, Fort McMurray, and Lloydminster. Now, Loblaw has not yet commented on the situation. Lloydminster RCMP Staff Sergeant Dave Kalist is no stranger to having a busy work schedule. Now, he's been with the force since 1993 and has been posted in the border city for the last 3 years. Kalist was today's guest speaker at the Rotary meeting. He says the biggest issues facing Mounties in Lloydminster are drugs, organized crime, and traffic. He says property crime is down, but still a problem.
Seen a spike a little bit lately, and again, sometimes that can be as a result of somebody that is out and causing us grief. But again, that just falls back to us needing to do our job and do the investigations and bring those people before the courts.
Since moving to Lloydminster, he says he's focused on the training and development of members.
It really is a place that members want to come to work. I think we've got good work here. We've got a very good team, and that's something that's positive for the city.
Kalist says Lloydminster is a busy detachment where new recruits can learn skills quickly. The Barr Colony Heritage Cultural Centre is no more in the border city, well, at least in name. Today, City Council agreed to rename it the Lloydminster Cultural and Science Centre. Councillor Larry Sauer says the name reflects the new direction the institution is going in.
You see the programming that is part of the arts that is going on, because that's what culture is, and the science is science and technology.
Now, this comes at the same time as the museum redevelopment plan has come out. Now commissioned in 2011, the report acts as a roadmap for the centre's future. Now, councillors say talks will resume on whether the centre will remain at its current location or find a new place to call home.
Any level of government individually. So there's going to be partnering of some kind. And as a committee, we can talk about what we'd like to see, but until somebody finds the resources to put it up, it's just a theory at this point.
A focus of the museum will be expanding on the current oil and gas portion, telling the story of Lloydminster's industrial development over the years. Some new construction areas drivers need to know about this week. Now, you're asked to take alternate routes and avoid certain sections of 50th Avenue. Crews will be out paving 50th Avenue from 18th Street to 25th Street rather. Now, the road will be closed from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. today and tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, overnight paving will move to 13th Street to 18th Street. That's again on 50th Avenue. And on Thursday, 36th Street to 43rd Street will be closed starting at 6 p.m. Now, for more information on these construction areas, you can visit lloydminster.ca. The rhythmic sounds of traditional music and dancing can be heard in Frog Lake First Nation as their annual Powwow Classic was held this weekend. And as Barr explains, it's not only a chance for the First Nation to share their culture, but to expand local businesses as well.
Dressed in ceremonial garb, Frog Lake First Nation dancers moved along to the beat of the drum as they entertained the hundreds that came out. The annual event brings in people from all over Canada and the U.S. as they celebrate their culture.
It brings our membership together and brings other nations to our nation. It's an opportunity to meet old friends, I guess to share what we have as a people.
It's great. They're promoting their culture. They're maintaining their identity, and I think it's important. They have to know who they are, where they came from, and that'll help in what direction they're going.
But away from the powwow grounds, business leaders gather. On Friday, the community signed 3 new agreements to help expand their oil and gas industry operations.
This means employment. This means wealth creation for the nation, which has been happening.
Frog Lake First Nations will be bringing in catering and security companies to support the local oil and gas companies. Doug Henry's company has also agreed to set up shop locally to help build and install modules for the industry.
The people that are working in the oil and gas industry or want to work in oil and gas don't have to travel up to remote locations of Alberta to work. They could work more locally right here in the Frog Lake area.
And as the powwow celebrations continue and expand every year, the same can be said for Joe Dion's company.
We're also working with companies, oil companies off the reserve, and we're looking at doing stuff in Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and probably U.S. as well.
Bart Pediasic, Newcap News.